Okay, we are starting off strong with the eye gels and the hair and rollers. We are looking really pale in front of these lights. I promise I'm not this pale in real life. I also have self tanner on. My face does not match, so keep that in mind during this video. My foundation is not going to match my face, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. But it does match my body, and I do kind of like a reverse contour thing, so you'll see. You'll see. But anyway, the tutorial is just going to be for my everyday makeup look that I do if I'm running for my job, because I'm a personal trainer, so I'm not going to do full glam. That just doesn't make sense. And my hair, honestly, I usually don't do my hair. This is not a hair video, but I'll usually just brush it, straighten it a bit, or I'll do a little blowout and put it in rollers. That's what we did today, obviously. So I have about an hour to get ready. Makeup is probably going to take 30 minutes or less. This is something quick, so I can just run out the door. And yeah, so we're going to start looking better in the next clip. So let's get to that. Okay, we are going to start with the makeup now. Hair did not really turn out, but that's okay, because we are just going to work. So I'm gonna start with some clips to pull my hair back. We have one. So this is good just so I can get my whole face. Like I said, it's gonna be a slightly different color than my face. So we gotta make sure we don't miss any spots. Okay, we have the hair pulled back off of the face now. We're gonna get into it. So first thing, obviously do your skincare. That's going to be the best primer. And then I'm going to go in with I think it's the Power Grip primer from e.l.f. Put about that much on my hand. Just kind of rub it together and then put it on. Usually just like the center of my face. I'm not obviously going out and doing anything crazy, so I don't necessarily need to be primed to the heavens, right? Once primer's done, let it sit for about a minute, and then I'm gonna go in with my concealer and basically spot conceal before I put my foundation on, okay? So this concealer is pretty close to my actual skin tone. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I do not like the matte one because I just feel like it's way too matte. I'm already using a semi-matte foundation. Whoa. I'm already using a semi-matte foundation, so I like to keep my concealer more like creamy. So right now I really don't have many breakouts. Also, I'm looking at my mirror down here, so that's what I'm looking at. I don't have many breakouts, but I do have some redness in my skin. Honestly, it just gets irritated sometimes, so we are just gonna spot conceal any places that I have some redness in. Okay, so I just did a few spots on my face, as you can see. Now I honestly usually just blend in with my finger for this part of concealing because it's faster and the warmth of your finger is gonna help it melt in to your skin a lot better. Honestly, it does not have to be like perfect. You obviously can still see the concealer on my face. That's okay because we're gonna go in with a pretty full coverage foundation. Next foundation we are going in with, I use the Revolution Makeup. This one is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. This is much darker than my face right now. You can obviously see my hands are much darker because I have self tanner on. So this color is basically gonna match my hands, maybe a little bit lighter. So yeah, this is the one I use. I'm using F10. I could probably use like, I don't know, I could probably use one lighter shade, but I kind of reverse contour. So you'll see that I put on my highlighter and then my foundation kind of looks like I have, bronzer on, or that I've already contoured because I just reverse contoured with it. So it'll make more sense when I do it, but this is the one I'm going to use, and then I'm going to be using a sponge that I probably need to clean. So we'll put that on next. This one is a doe foot applicator. So you can either put it on the back of your hand put your sponge on your hand, then your face. I honestly just like to swipe it on real quick. I don't have a lot of acne usually, so I'm not really too worried about bacteria. But once that's on, I'll just start pouncing the Beauty Blender all over. I love this foundation. It's super cheap too. It's about like $12. It's probably obviously not the best, but for the price tag, you honestly can't beat it. So yeah, and I think it does stay really well, especially when you set it. Put like a setting spray on it too. So I think if you're looking for a pretty good foundation that's gonna last for at least like, I would say 8 hours, this is a good one. Okay, so please do not forget to blend it up into your hairline. Especially if you're gonna be pulling your hair back. I have a lot of foundation on my lips. Okay. Also, don't forget to put it down your neck, especially if you're a self-tanning girly like me, because your face obviously does not always match your body, so you're gonna need to drag it down to connect the colors. So obviously I'm wearing a sweatshirt. My neck is still pretty tan right now, so I don't need to drag it down too much. And then also do your ears. Like if you're going to be pulling your hair back, throw it on your ears, especially if you don't self-tan them. They need to be done. Once the foundation is done, we're going to go back in with concealer, just highlighting certain points of your face. I do my under eyes, forehead, chin, and sometimes I'll go underneath my contour if I'm doing like full glam, but today I'm not, so I'm just gonna do it in those places that I named. Obviously we're gonna use a beauty blender, so I'm not being too precise of where I'm putting it. Then I also do a line, just kind of helps elongate your face because I have a more rounder face, so I like to do that on the sides as well. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. I do let it sit for like 30 seconds, just, I don't know, I guess it just helps it kind of help with the coverage a little bit, I guess. So, and then you go in and obviously blend it out. Once you're done blending it out, it might look a little bright, and that's okay because we're not finished yet. All right, you're gonna look crazy until you're done, so just be aware. All right, next we're gonna go in with blush and contour. So I just use another concealer that's obviously a much darker color than I am. This is another Makeup Revolution product. Honestly, I got this by mistake, but it works really well for like bronzing and contouring. So I'm using this, I think it's the In Real Life Filter Finish in C12. So that's what I'll be using. I'm just gonna put it on my cheeks and then my forehead for a little bit of contour slash bronzer. All right, now I have it all in place. I'm gonna blend it out with one of my brushes. Okay, the camera died, but all I did was blend that out, so we're back on track. We're gonna go to blush next. You don't have to use two colors. I just do. I like the red, but the red can be a little too much, so I just put one dot. This one's more like half a dot because it's just so pigmented. You don't need a lot. Just like that. These are the Rare Beauty blushes. The pink is Happy, and then the red is Grateful. Those are the names. I just use this random brush to blend it out. So I just start on my cheeks, kind of making a circle, and then I'll bring it up a little bit higher, kind of to elongate my face, just like I did with the concealer. And that's usually what it looks like. Once again, it might look a little crazy still, but once we go back in with the Beauty Blender and our setting powder, it kind of calms it down a bit. So same concept, and then I'll kind of bring it up a little bit to blend it in with my concealer, so it's just not a like hard transition. And then sometimes I'll put it on my nose just a little bit. So once that is all done, I'm now going to setting powder. So I'm using HUDA Beauty. This is one of my favorite setting powders. I'm using the color Banana Bread, but you can use, I've also used Pound Cake and the translucent one, and they all work fine for me. So usually I'll just open it, I'll pat some onto the top, hopefully. So next, you want to make sure you have no creases in your concealer before setting, because if you set anything that is not blended out, you're going to have creases for the rest of the day. So we're going in with the Beauty Blender, just going back over the concealer at the top. That's really where I have creases at. I don't have creases really anywhere else on my face right now. So once I'm done blending that, I'm going to dip my powder puff into my powder, and I just go in pressing it and then dragging it up, since I dragged my concealer up there. This is also going to brighten your face where you put your concealers at. Once that side is done, I'll go back in on the other side, blend this out so I'm not setting any creases. I probably can hear my cat crying. So same concept, just going in, pressing it in. And then I usually take it down here under my nose or on the sides. I don't really get oily on my nose. I know a lot of people do though, so if that is you, definitely put it on the side of your nose. Going on my chin, because I will get oily on my chin. And then I put it on my forehead, just like in my T-zone. I don't go all the way up or all the way out to the sides. And then you're just gonna let this sit for like 10 minutes because it needs to bake and essentially set your creams. So usually, like I said, I'll sometimes put concealer under my contour and my blush to kind of cut it out a bit more, to make it more dramatic, but I did not do that today. But usually I'll take my powder and do that, even though I did not put concealer there, because it helps bring it out a bit more. Okay. And then I usually let this sit for 10 minutes. I'll probably wipe the underneath off within like a minute or two, just because I don't want it too bright, but I do want there to be some contrast. So I'm gonna be gone for about 10 minutes. I'll come back and then we will brush it off together. Okay, we're back. It's probably been 5 minutes, but sometimes I get impatient, but I think 5 minutes is honestly fine. If you want to wait longer, you can. But honestly, I'm just brushing it off. I use this is the brush I always use. I don't use any other product on this brush. Obviously, you don't want that, or you'll be wiping other products all over your face when you're wiping this off. And just going around. She is all off now. I feel like I'm still looking really pale just on camera, but I am pretty tan actually right now, so it's okay. All right, next step, we are going to be doing we'll probably start with eyes and eyebrows next, and then lips are always last. So I usually start with just highlighting my brow bone, and then I'll go into doing my eyebrows, which is not like really anything. So I have pretty thick eyebrows. I have a lot of hair on my eyebrows. My eyebrows aren't super thick, but I have a lot of hair, so I don't need to fill them in. Just taking I honestly use this palette. It was from my friend. I just use this color right here for my highlight. So I'll put it on the tip of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and then I'll put it on my brow bone up here just to give a little bit of a highlight. And I'll usually put it on my inner corners, but I do that last. Okay, for my brows, super simple. I use this old pencil literally every time, and I only fill in the end of my brows. Sorry, my cat is right here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this like dark brown color on the ends, just to fill in where I'm just a little sparse. Honestly, you guys probably can't even tell the difference. And then I'm just taking a clear gel. This is the Anastasia brow gel, one of my faves, and then I'm just running it through my brows and shaping them how I like, which is honestly just the way my brows are. And then that's literally all I do for my brows, so we're done there. Next, we are going to do some eyeliner. I guess. Not really. I just use eyeshadow, especially for my wings. Sometimes I'll do liquid on my actual eyelid if I'm doing a lash and I have like a band or something. But we're just gonna go over how I do my quick, if I can find my brush for it. Alright. So I use an angled brush, but you probably don't even need this if you're gonna use tape or something else, but I do think it helps. So first, I'm just gonna take black eyeshadow and I just make a small line a little bit thicker near the end of my eye, getting thinner as I'm going in. So hopefully you can see that on my eye. I really don't put eyeshadow on either, like actual eyeshadow on my eye. Like I don't know, I don't really like eyeshadow on my eyes unless I'm doing like a liner like this, so I keep it pretty simple. All right, so once you have that done, this is where you're going to use tape or something with a edge on it, and I'm just following my bottom lash line, putting it on there, and then I just do my wing. And I'm going to make it pretty small since I'm not going out or anything. So there's my wing. Pretty simple. Obviously that was super fast, and I'm going to go to the next eye now. Okay, we are done with both eyes now. For eyeliner, we're gonna go on to mascara. Also for the black eyeshadow, you can honestly use whatever. Since we are doing a wing, you probably want to find a decent eyeshadow so it stays and doesn't like rub off throughout the day, but we'll also use setting spray. But I'm just using literally some random palette. It's a Morphe palette, so I think they're pretty decent, but you can pick whatever brand you want. All right, on to mascara. We're obviously gonna curl our lashes, and then for mascara, let me find her. Oh my gosh, and we forgot to do contour powder. So we obviously did a liquid, but I usually go over with powder too, so we're gonna do this really quickly before we finish. So I need a new one, but we're gonna, it still works, it still works. We're gonna take a big fluffy brush. This brush is also on its last limbs, but it's fine. So I'm obviously just gonna sweep. I'm gonna go on my neck for this one, and then I'm going just over where I put that liquid contour or cream contour, I guess, earlier. So on my cheeks and then also on my forehead. I usually do this before I do my eyebrows because sometimes I can hit my eyebrow hairs when I'm doing this and they could fall out of place, but I just do that, and then sometimes I'll just kind of sweep over the face to blend everything together. So I also do that. Okay, good thing I saw her because we almost forgot. All right, and now that we're done with that, probably gonna go retouch up my eyebrows because I hit some hairs when I was doing that. Okay, so now we're gonna go to mascara. Still don't know where my mascara is. Okay, we found her. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic in the gold too. This is the blackest color you can have from there, I believe. So we're just gonna curl the lashes. I usually wipe off in case I have any product on there, and then I just go as close as I can. I'm gonna hold it, squeeze, hold, maybe like pulse it for a few seconds, take it off, and then I'm going to immediately go in with my mascara. Got one eye done. We're gonna go the next. I definitely feel like I have a better eye. I feel like my left eye always has better lashes for some reason, but the left is also my good side, so I don't know. Maybe that's why I feel that way. Okay, finished mascara. Honestly, they're okay. Sometimes I have really good eyelash days. Other days they're just average, which for today, I literally don't care. Okay, so, I'm throwing brushes everywhere. I'm on a time frame, so I'm getting flustered. But, okay, like I said, we're going back in with that same highlight shade because we're gonna go to the inner corners now. So I'm just gonna grab that, kind of tap it a bit. It just gives a little something to the eye. I don't want it too dramatic since my makeup's not dramatic today at all. But just a little something something. Okay, next is lips. I just use a Morphe pencil. I have hair on it. I don't use lipstick, and I just don't like lipstick. Honestly, this stays much better than lipstick anyway, so I first just start by lining my lips, Okay, once I'm done with that and I'm happy with it, what I'll typically do is just go near the outer edges and do some like, not full force, just like lightly dragging the color in to the middle. And then once I'm done with that, I'll just run my finger over my lips to kind of smudge it everywhere. This really only works if you're going to use a lip gloss because it will dry out your lips. So I'm going to go in with the Laneige. I think it's just their normal lip glowy balm. This one is the berry one. I think they're all clear though. I'm not sure. And then just putting that all over the lips. And they look really good. So this is my hack for lips. I always use a lip liner and it stays on all day. And that is the finished look. It is really simple. This is good for just every day. It literally only takes me 20-30 minutes max. Honestly, if it's more than 30 minutes, I'm probably not going to do my makeup because I don't have time for that. So this is super quick, super easy, and you can obviously take it down if you want to make it even simpler. But this is a good look, feel confident, and it didn't take me very long. So I hope you guys liked the tutorial. If you guys want like a full glam tutorial, I can do that too. I probably will for New Year's Eve since that's coming up. You can comment below if you want that. I do a little bit more. I'll probably do more like an eyeshadow look. Even though I don't love that on me, I'll probably do a little bit and maybe do lashes. We'll see. But Vlogmas day 3. Thank you for watching Vlogmas day 4. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, but obviously I'll be doing something. So subscribe if you want to be notified when I post again. And other than that, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And I hope you're liking this Vlogmas series. Should I do this every year? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. So I'll see you later. Love you. Bye. Okay, and this is the finished look. It's super simple, honestly. Okay, Vlogmas day 3 is done. Makeup tutorial every day, simple. You can do it. I promise you, it's super easy to learn. If you guys do want a more detailed, like on certain areas of the makeup, comment below what you want because I don't know what you guys want to see. I will probably also do a bigger like glam, like full out video one day, maybe for New Year's Eve since that's coming up. You guys can let me know if you'd like that. But thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. And I'm really excited to keep doing these videos. We have about like we have Vlogmas day 4 next, so 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 4 videos left and hopefully they keep getting better. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas day 3. We have 4 more videos coming. Don't know what I'm gonna be doing yet, but I will obviously be doing something. So if you want to come back and see those videos, please subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye. Guys, before I go, I forgot one step. Setting spray. Now I usually do this before I do my lashes. I don't know, I feel like it kind of can weigh them down. Setting spray. I use the One Size by, I think this is by Patrick Star, I think that's his name. I don't know, it's a pink can. If that's not the real name, just look for the pink can. This is called On Till Dawn. It's a mattifying spray. So I just shake it a little bit. You don't have to do this if you're not going to be doing a lot of stuff or if you don't want it to last all day, but if you do want it to last, this will be your best friend. Love her.